Hello, everybody. Drew here from Stay Ahead Fitness. I have a 30-minute strength workout for you that I did as a live class back in August for my members. Now, with all of my live classes, I always record them just like this one is, so you can go back and watch them later at your convenience. Now, this particular strength class, I got a lot of positive feedback from my members because they said that they loved the variety. It uses resistance bands, dumbbells, and body weight. Now, keep in mind, if you don't have some of that equipment, you can always modify. Do the movements anyway. Find something around your house like weighted jugs or something like that to do to substitute for the equipment. Now, also remember, this is not the hardest workout in the world for strength. This is a moderate level workout. It is ideal for anyone who is kind of just wanting that moderate level or just getting started with their strength work. And by the way, there is nothing more important that you can do for your fit future than to do your resistance training. It is so important to do, and I have a lot of strength workouts available for my members. Also, thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel. It does help me to bring you more free content just like this. Go ahead and get started with the workout and make a comment below after you've done the workout, and I will get back to you. Hello, we are here and ready to go for Strength 30. We're going to have a super fun and active workout today, and shoes optional. Either way works fine. Dumbbells, probably lighter dumbbells are going to be fine today, and one loop resistance band. I've got a sequence of exercises we're going to be doing. Let's get right to it. We're going to begin from a standing position. Move your feet out just a little wider than hip width apart. Bring your arms by your sides. Let's just take 15 seconds to tune in to our breath and our bodies. Inhale deeply, close the eyes, and exhale through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, breath in, and exhale, breath out. Let the eyes softly blink open. We're taking our attention inward, focusing on the needs of our bodies, the safety of our bodies, reaching the arms up high. Give it a full stretch. Look all the way up to your hands. Reach the hands down to the knees or the shins or the ankles, rounding your spine. Rise back up. Reach up high into the side bend. Other side. Back to center, arms halfway down. Rotate right. Rotate left, back to center, reach the arms up, stretch it out, look up, squeeze the glutes, arc the back slightly, release the hands down to the ankles, forward fold. Rise up, side bend, and rotation, back to center. Roll the shoulders and move your feet, shake your feet, move it around, a little bit of a dance step here. Arms, shoulders, feet, knees, hips, get everything moving. All right, fantastic, everybody. Grab your loop resistance band. We will start with the familiar, our band side steps. Band goes around the ankles. A little bit harder to get over the shoes, but excuse me, we get those in place and feet are parallel. Let's begin our steps. Our old standard exercise, so effective for warm-up, but also strengthening for the hips. Make sure you're picking your feet up, not dragging them across the floor. One more time across. Good. Rest, breathe in, and breathe out. Turn to face toward the end of your mat. You're going to step your feet out wide as you step. So not just stepping straight forward, but step out at an angle, and then the back foot steps the other side out at an angle, stepping out, stepping out, stepping out. Turn and keep going. Step out, step out. So the band is really going to get a good stretch here. And to do that one more time, down and back. Good. And release. Bring the band up to your up above the knees, to your thighs, right above your knees. And then you're going to be holding on to something. So holding on to a chair or even the wall will work fine. Just going to hold on to something. You're going to lean forward slightly. One leg lifts, the knee bends. You open the leg out to the outside. So it looks like this if I give you the different angle. We're just doing this here. So your support leg is bent. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. You can turn if you need to. Foot lifts, open the knee out and in. So I love it when we're doing warm-up exercises that actually feel like an actual exercise, right? It's like, oh, this is warm-up? Oh, great. But in reality, it is both because this is a fairly easy move for our body to do. Nothing too strenuous on the joint, and yet obviously it is a bit challenging and you can feel your muscles warming up for sure. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Slip the band off. By the way, I'm so glad you're here with me today. So good for all of us to be doing our strength work. Nice job being here. Grab your dumbbells. And again, you're going to want to go with lighter dumbbells here. We don't need to have anything too heavy. And we're going to go wide with the feet, not full straddle, but about 3/4, and aim the toes out. Now you can adjust this, of course, as you need to. The weights are going to come to the inside. You're going to squat down, reach the weights toward the ground. As you come up, the weights curl to the shoulder. Lower down and reach up, curl the weights to the shoulder. Now keep your back straight. So you're bending at the knees and the hips to get this done, not at the spine. So your gaze is out in front of you. And it doesn't matter how low you reach the weight down, but you should probably be able to get that weight fairly close to the ground because the feet are wide and the toes are angled out. That gives more room for the hips to be able to get down lower without rounding the back. Now make sure you're breathing. And we're going to go for 5 more here. See if you can get 5 more. All right, beautiful. Go ahead and release, take a rest. Now we're going to go right back to those weights. This one is a lunge exercise that if you know you struggle with the lunge, you're going to be doing it this way. You're going to hold on. You're going to take one weight. You're going to hold on to the wall, and you're going to be doing your lunge like this. Okay, so you do it one at a time. If you're okay with your lunging and know that your balance is okay, grab both weights. You'll be in the middle of your space. So make sure you're safe. These lunges can be tricky. All right, right foot steps back, 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. So you got a pretty deep lunge. The back heel is up off the ground. That's what makes the balance challenging. You're going to lunge down, and the weights press all the way up toward the ceiling. You're going to lunge down and press the weights up above the head. So if you're wobbling all over the place and not able to hold this, please go to the wall and do one weight only. So you're holding on to the wall with one hand, and you're holding on to the weight, a weight with the other hand. Obviously, we'll be getting both sides, so you'll be fine just doing single weight, because we're going to switch here. Super challenging with these lunges. They're very, very useful. Now, let's see if we can get 5 more. Go slow. Feel your balance. Keep going. And 1 more. Beautiful. Be careful. Stepping up and set the weights down for just a moment. Awesome. Now, again, make sure you're doing this safely and slowly. This is not like our fit class. We're not going for speed. We're going for strength. So we go slow. Okay? Other side. So if you're holding onto the wall, you're obviously going to step the other foot back and switch the weight to the other hand. Step back nice and far. Arms by your sides. Bend. And then press the weight up. Now, I failed to mention this part. You do not have to use weights. The lunging is tremendously strength building. I should have said that in the first place, but you may have figured that out. If your lunging is fairly small, that's okay too. Or if you are looking for more challenge, try to get the knee a little closer to the ground. Let's see if we can get in 5 more. Definitely feeling it here. Stay with it. You've got it. And 1 more. Beautiful. Step it forward and set those weights down. All right, everybody, nice job with that. Very challenging first couple of exercises. Let's walk this off. Grab some water if you like. Grab your dumbbells, and we're going to come down to the floor. So set your dumbbells down first, then get yourself down onto the floor. So a seated position. Now grab your weights. You're going to lower back onto your back, and the weights are in this position here. Elbows are on the ground. You're going to push the weight up, straight up, and then lower down. Now I'm going to change my position there. Have the ends of the weights facing each other. Push up, lower down. Now we're going to add to this in a minute, but let's just do a few of these presses. Press up and down, up and down. Now you may or may not find this particularly difficult, but we're going to add to it in a second. So if you don't have a lot of weight here, and this feels pretty easy, that's okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now let's make this harder. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift the head and shoulders off the ground as the weight goes up. So the weight's up, lift up, try to get your upper back and shoulders off the ground, lower softly down, push up, and lift up, lower down. Much harder, right? Push up, lift up, lower down. Now, if you're only getting up a little ways, that's okay. Press up, lift up, lower down. Really a great abdominal contraction here. If you feel like it's too much at this point, set the weights down and finish. I'd like for us to see if we can get 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Set the weights down. Bend the knees, wrap the hands around the knees and squeeze in. Deep breath. All right. Rock yourself up and find your loop resistance band. Place the band around your upper knees, right above the knees onto your thighs. All right. Once you have that in place, the weights can just be out of the way. We're not using the weights on this one. Lay back down and separate your feet at least hip width apart. And move the knees out until you feel a little stretch on the band. Arms are right by your sides. Bridge your hips up and open the knees out against the band. And then slowly close the knees in and roll the hips down. Bridge up, open the knees out, pull the knees in, bridge it down. Now, like the last one, we're going to make this harder. So if you're thinking this is pretty easy, hang in there. If you think this is hard enough, then you can continue doing these. I want us to do 5 more of these. It doesn't have to be a slow movement. You can go ahead and lift up and open out. Let's get in 2 more. Good, and release. Now on this next version, the band does have to you have to kind of manage the band. Hopefully it won't slip, but you might have to make some adjustments there. All right. Again, do the first one, do the one we just did if this next one is too hard. Walk the feet close together, bridge the hips up, lift the right foot off the ground, open the right knee out to the side. Draw the knee in, lower the foot to the ground, lower the hips down. You're going to stay to the same side. Bridge the hips up, lift the right knee up or the right foot up, open the knee out, bring the knee in, lower it down. Bridge up, lift the foot, open out, bring it in. And as I said, my band just slipped. So that may happen. Now let's see if we can get 3 more of those. You're still to the same side. You might be able to hold on to the band with one hand if it's slipping on you. Last one. Good, and release. All right, we will go to the other side. Adjust the band if you need to. Sorry, everybody, I'm having a hard time getting my band set up here. All right, there we go. Okay, other side. Bridge up, left foot up, open out, bring it in, lower down. So the knee of the leg you're lifting is always staying bent. The leg doesn't straighten. Definitely challenging single leg exercise. The band's a little hard to manage here, so make adjustments as you need to. And let's see if we can get in 3 more. And release. Awesome job, everybody. Rock yourself up and remove the band. Now, I don't know about you, but I definitely could feel that working. Definitely a strong glute activation. Come on back up to standing. Okay, next one. Again, options. Easier option, you're going to be using your chair. Now, I want you to make sure that your chair is secure. I've got mine pushed up against my couch, so I know that chair is not going to slide forward. So make sure you have that. So let me show you option one, the easier option. You step back, you do a push-up, and then the right knee kicks out toward the shoulder, left leg kicks out toward the shoulder, you pull it in, and you do it again. If you want this harder, you're going to come down to the floor. So you choose, using the chair, standing, or down on the floor. We're going to keep the knees down. You do a push-up, right knee to right shoulder, left knee to left shoulder. Ultimate option, lifting the knees off the ground. Push up, right knee, right shoulder, left knee, left shoulder. Let's try for 4 more. Three more. See if you can get 1 more. You can do it. And rest. Woo, good job. Those are hard. I hope you chose the option that was best for you. All right. Let's see. Come up to standing and take your legs out into a full straddle this time. Legs all the way out. Turn the right foot. Keep the legs straight. You're going to lean over into our triangle stretch. The top arm reaches up and over the ear. The left arm, the lower arm, actually your right arm, reaches up to the ear. Hold. Now bend your knee. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten. And same side. Leg is straight. Lean. Top arm reaches. Lower arm reaches. Bend the knee. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do it one more time to this side. Lean. Leg is straight. Top arm over. Lower arm lifts. Bend the knee. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten and release. Awesome. Square up the feet and switch sides. You guys are doing great. Hang in there. This is fun. Feels so good to do our strength. Lean. Top arm over. Lower arm lifts. Bend your knee. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Push it up. Again, second time of 3. Lean. Reach over. Top arm lifts. Bend your knee. 3, 2, and 1. And last one. Lean. Sweep the arm over. Lift the arm up. Bend your knee. 3, 2, and 1. Push it up. Square up the feet. Walk the feet in. Bring your feet hip width apart. Reach the arms up. Deep breath. And lower the arms down. Roll out the shoulders. And grab your dumbbell. Just one. And you have your option here of either splitting the feet, bending the front knee, and resting your hand on your front leg. Or you can use a chair if you have that handy, which I think is better. So do what works for you. The weight is going to reach toward the ground. You're going to bring your elbow to your hip bone. Reach and pull. Now, if you happen to have heavier weights, you might be able to handle a heavier weight here. But because, or I should say, if this is pretty easy for you, then we are going to do more reps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, switch sides. The opposite leg goes back. You switch the weight into the other hand. Reach the weight toward the ground, elbow to hip bone. Now, the reason I say elbow to hip bone is so that you're not shrugging your shoulder toward your ear. So you keep the shoulder far away from the ear, even pulling the shoulder away from the ear. So again, you have your option of using heavier weight and fewer reps, or a little lighter weight and more reps. And I'm going to get about 10 more here. All right, fantastic. Set that weight down, and I can't believe how fast the time goes. Can you? We're going to come down to the floor, and we have one more exercise, and we're already done. Grab your resistance band and place it again just above your knees. Once you have that band in place, you're going to come onto your side. So you'll be in this position here, elbow on the ground, elbow directly underneath the shoulder. Remember, we're not going to drop down into the shoulder, so there is strength in weight bearing, lifting up out of that shoulder. Now, again, as all these exercises today, I'm going to give you options. The first option is just simply a clamshell. So let's go ahead and just do this. Even if you're planning to do the harder one, I want you to do these to start. If you have a heavy enough band, these are actually pretty challenging. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Now, as you know, I like being down on the ground and flipping around, flipping over. It's so good for your core strength. So you want to be able to do these kinds of movements on the floor efficiently. So we're ready to go. Clamshell, other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, I can feel that right in that glute medius right there. Those muscles really need to be worked on for sure. All right, flip it over. Now you're going to either just repeat what you did, or you're going to add our hip lift and then the clamshell, and then we lower down. So if you can, you're going to lift the hips, open up the knee, and lower down. Lift and open. If this is too much, keep the hips on the ground and just do the clamshell. Let's get 5 more. Hang in there, you got this. 3 more. One more. Oh, good job. Swing the legs around. This is our last one. Setting up, either just the clamshell or hips lift, then the knee lifts. Keep breathing. Can you get 5 more? Last one, you got it, you can do it. And release. Whew, awesome. All right, remove the band. Come all the way onto your back. All the way down. Long, deep breath. Wrap the hands around the knees. Extend your feet up toward the ceiling. Pull the toes down so you feel a stretch in the backs of the legs. Open the legs out into your straddle stretch. Now, release your hand hold. Reach your arms behind your head. Hold here. 3, 2, and 1. Draw the legs together. Bend your knees. Wrap the hands around the knees and pull in. Extend your feet up toward the ceiling. Pull the toes down. Feel a stretch. Reach the arms behind the head. You can bend the elbows there as needed. Open the legs out. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Draw the legs together. This time, land the feet all the way onto the ground. Separate your feet and bring the arms out so they're directly away from the shoulders to the outsides. Drop your knees to the left. Turn your head to the right. And breathe. And then switch sides. Knees to the right. Look to the left. And breathe. And release. Roll yourself on back up. As I said, it's so great to get down on the floor and roll around, flip around. We may take it for granted, but it's so good for our cores to be able to do that kind of thing, as well as getting up, back up off the floor. All right? So awesome job, everybody. We got that done quickly. We got a lot of good stuff covered. I'm so glad you joined me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye for now.